Well, we're here, Attila.
Oh, I'm so excited. Here, let me clang the triangle.
Yoo-hoo.
Pastor
Billy Bob.
Well, if it ain't Charlie the mailman and his blushing bride, Attila the Hen.
Hello, handsome.
Howdy, preacher. She ain't blushing. She just took a little too much sun while chopping firewood, feeding all them critters, milking the cows, hanging the laundry she done did out on the line, before finally putting another log on the fire and telling me again why she's leaving me while I was watching home repairs on TV so I could give her some pointers. Anyway, she better wear a bonnet when she takes Winnie for a long walk and we pick him up shortly, or she'll get sunburned, like under her dainties.
Who's Winnie?
Dad, he's a British bulldog.
Highfalutin pedigree and everything. He even knows who his daddy is. Winnie's his nickname. His full name is Sir Winston of the Baskervilles. He's a service dog in training. Gets to wear one of them little blue vests so we can legally take him into restaurants and theaters and airplanes and such where dogs aren't fully appreciated.
Winnie Biddle.
You say he's in training?
Well, yeah. That's why Attila is saving any old newspapers you might have laying around.
I always have Orville run mine over to the widow Buford's the next day as a kindness. She don't know the difference in date know-how, since she don't get out much after a mental expiration date done passed her by a long time ago.
Yeah, and she don't catch on to that her dyslexic newsboy always throws them daily papers on the pastor's porch instead of hers neither.
Shut up, Orville. What brings you out here so early on a Sunday, Charlie? I mean, you don't usually deliver mail on the Lord's Day. Special delivery, maybe? I've been expecting a new copy of my mail-order Doctorate of Divinity certificate ever since Lorraine's dog Fido ate my last one.
No, nothing like that, Pastor Billy Bob. Attila just wanted to come over and see her doppelganger twin, Sister Lorraine, on our way to the train station to get Winnie.
Yeah, I want to see
Lorraine here yet?
Nope, not for another 5 minutes, and you can set your watch 10 minutes late by that fact any minute now, given that Orville the sound man has given us a 2-minute warning to be ready for station identification, which always times her arrival smack dab in the middle of my opening monologue.
Well, we were considering sitting through your sermonizing monotony monologue saga ourselves this morning before going to meet Winnie's train, but Attila done reminded me we probably need to get to there sometime before tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, no time for a nap.
30 seconds, Pastor. Sister Lorraine is just now parking her pink Bobby bicycle in its customary parking slot, leaned up against your gold Cadillac out there in the tumbleweed patch.
That's our Low Creek Cowboy Church parking lot. I'll thank you to refer to it as such. That woman plops your claptrap on my holy mount again.
Countdown, Pastor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Why does she always insist on scrunching the Lord's new chariot?
Oh, is it his?
Does he get to drive it much?
Yoo-hoo, Pastor, I'm here. Lorraine.
Yeah, and even a little bit later than your
joy.
usual late, Sister Lorraine. Sorry, but I done already sung KPRA.
Why, howdy there, Charlie and Attila.
Howdy, Lorraine.
Soul sister.
So, sister, what's that all about?
Well, you see, we done come together in kind of sort of a personal understanding about how if Charlie's going to keep working her ass off, she might as well come live with me and get paid for it.
Do I get a percentage?
Not likely. I'll do it for free first.
Remember,
You pimp.
that which the Lord hath done stuck together, let no busybody pull asunder.
Amen. Speaking of sticking, there ain't no pulling this slippery stick here out of the miry clay it's in.
Miry clay looks like mud to me.
Well, one old stick in the mud should sure recognize another limp old stick if anybody do. Whatever, this one got stuck and mired in its pot, good and solid.
Whatever on earth are you prattling about, Orville?
This stick that Fido just done drug in and plopped on my sound stall. It's attached to all this potting soil in a wicker litter bin.
Huh? Hey, that ain't no stick, Orville. It's Lorraine's dancing in the spirit partner, Rattles. And that litter bin to which you refer happens to be his cobra basket that she done bought for him down at Wally Mart. Where'd all that muck come from? It stinks to high heaven.
Fido! Wow, he tried to give me a love peck, so I buried him like a bone.
As far as the muck goes, I'd rather not talk about it.
My new laundry hamper. Are you all right, Rattles? Did that naughty puppy frighten you?
Yes!
Pastor,
Yes, Charlie.
on second thought, I think maybe we'd better leave now, us being sort of deathly allergic to rattlesnake venom and all.
Now, Charlie, exercise a little faith. Why, St. Paul done got bit by an asp or cobra or something while picking up some driftwood for a beach party bonfire, and he lived to tell the tale. Until Nero done chopped his head clean off, that is.
Oh, Charlie. Rattles is kind of cute. Hi, Rattles. Want to shake hands? Oh, sorry. Now I think I done committed a fox paw. He don't got no hands, do he? Come to mama.
Now, Attila, be careful. You remember what happened when the tingling came upon you last time at vacation Bible school.
Oh, Attila, do you feel the tingling too? Like clockwork, Sister Lorraine. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. With an occasional, fairly able standing exact break thrown in here and there when the spirit needs.
Huh? What's that vacation Bible school business all about, Charlie? Might as well wander off down that wayside path as any other, seeing as we've hopelessly strayed off my straight and narrow-minded, thus spaketh the Lord sermonizing script.
Well, Pastor, let me tell you. Our aversion to snake dancing in the spirit or otherwise started out with a conversion that turned out to be a collision. Actually, it was just supposed to be an excursion, but we ran into a perversion of the King James Version. It resulted in the subversion of our baptismal submersion and reversion to some not worth a cent Pentecostal perversion known as gobbledygook a la labia or something like that. Not to mention a little overexertion.
Well, this sounds fascinating. What happened?
Well, I'll tell you. Just as soon as these latecomers catch up. Excuse me, that's Gospelaires, Charlie. When me and Attila went on vacation, we decided we needed more than recreation, so we enrolled in a Bible camp retreat. I got us a map, and when we rolled off, it only took 6 hours to get completely lost way back up in the mountains of East Tennessee.
He wouldn't ask for directions.
Well, it was getting real dark, and I started to fret. Attila said, "Look yonder, that's it, I bet." She pointed to the lights of this little church way back in the brush.
With a steel net.
An old man met us. I said, "Just two." He escorted us down to the very first pew. I said, "Attila, I don't think this is the right place." She just said,
Let me put in a storm, sailor.
preached a sermon and sang a song. Then they preached some more and went on and on. Nearly wore me out. I'd had about all I could take. And the flask was empty. Then they pulled down the shades, things quieted down. This guy next to me punched me, said, "Pass this around." I turned to look, and son of a gun, he handed me a snake. It was the night that me and Attila got the holy moly fill up way back up in the hills of Tennessee, where we both had heart attacks when they brought out the Diamondbacks. Scared the devil out of poor old Attila and me.
I'm Attila.
He said, "Take it, man, don't you believe?" I said, "Believe all right, I believe I'll leave." And I reached for Attila, but she done fainted away white as a sheet. Now I couldn't pick her up, and I couldn't find the door, and them rattlers were crawling all around the floor, and friends, that when the spirit hit my feet. Started running around the aisles, bouncing off the walls like someone teed off a new golf ball in a tile bathroom. Friends, I tell you, I was moving on. Run past Attila every minute or two, trying to shake her awake, but it wasn't no use. For a while there I thought the Lord had called the poor thing home. Then somebody dropped a big one in her lap. She came to, and something in her snapped. She grabbed that thing by the tail and commenced to swing it around over her head, shouting, "Hallelujah!" She gave it a crack like Lash LaRue. The snake flew like a bird across the room, and she did a tap dance with the rest of them suckers till they was all slain in the spirit or something. I grabbed her by the hand. We headed for the car. She called to the preacher, "I don't know who you are, or where you come from, or how you ever learned how to preach. But let me tell you something, you raggedy old scamp. You don't know nothing about running a Bible camp. Me and my tubby hubby are going to Daytona Beach. There was a night me and this gorilla. We got holy moly filled up way back up in the hills of Tennessee. We both had heart attacks when they broke out them Diamondbacks. And the selfish bastard crawled his way right over me. Oh, Lorraine, it'll be so much fun. Yeah, slumber parties every night. And pillow talk, beating the pillow fight. Say, who's at the door?
Yoo-hoo, Mr. McGillikuddy. Are you present in this dilapidated domicile by any chance?
Bit of a step down from my former accommodations at the puppy dog fecal farm, but I do so want to succeed as a cow dog.
Winnie?
Sir Winston Churchgoer, madam, and you? I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Well, I am your new mistress, Attila.
Oh my goodness, did I say something wrong?
Well, this paper says he's a little bit hard of hearing, tone deaf actually, and warns that under no circumstances should he be allowed to sing.
How did you get here? We were just getting ready to go meet you at the station.
I took a cab. The driver is still outside this old barn waiting to be paid. Attila, take care of that, will you? Oh, Attila. Please excuse my outburst. I thought you said your name was Ayatollah. Crazy fanatical preachers and I don't generally attend the same clubs.
Oh, I'm sure that you and Pastor Billy Bob Sunday Punch will get along famously. Anyhow.
Oh my goodness, it's you, my hero, Fido Fidelis, the famous Angel Eyes Investigations detective. Can I have your paw print in my autograph book, Mr. Fidelis?
I wouldn't do that. Not till he cleans it off. That's not mud you smell on his paws.
Sorry, kid. I was burying a sidewinder.
Oh, how exciting. Did you slay the villain?
No, I'm talking about that varmint over there in my mistress's lap.
That rattlesnake? Well, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. I've read all your episodes, you know. So thrilling.
Really? Like what?
Well, customarily, I do it during church services, you see. Help keep me awake. I've read all about your adventures in my collection of Watchtower Witness Bulletin Sunday comics. My favorite episode was Felines and Felons Beware, where you track down Fat Cat.
I can't believe there's two talking mugs hogging the microphone.
Now, see here. Scientists say that the average dog can understand something like 165 words. Smarter ones understand up to perhaps 250, putting them on a scale with 2-year-old humans.
Like you and me,
I
Pastor.
have a working vocabulary of well over 400 words, not counting all the cuss words that I have picked up in other languages.
Oh, Attila, your puppy speaks the Lord's good English too. Now I know our friendship was meant to be. It must be
Well, it
called.
wasn't meant to be. Was this talking mud of yours spying on innocent plotters just trying to make a dishonest living and then tattling tall tales about it?
I don't have one of those, I'm sorry to say.
One what?
A tall tale. Mine is sort of pathetic, as you can see. Doesn't wag, just wiggles.
So what's all this fat cat story about, Fido?
Well, it started out like this. Down in the old abandoned mine, Sweet Sue was a-having fits. Billy said, "Give me the DGO ranch or I'll blow you all to bits."
And he grabbed her,
Help me, help me.
And then,
tied her up.
Help me.
and then,
He lit the fuse to the dynamite.
and then, surely somebody saved her.
Somebody.
Well, of course, somebody saved her. Modesty prevents me from boasting about it, but I have to admit, then along came me to the rescue. Superhero Winnie, defender of the underdog. Ferocious Winnie, loud barking Winnie. Bark! Along came Winnie and piddled on his boot.
I don't know if I remember that.
Now don't fib, tell the truth.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember now. Every word of that is true, Pastor. This boy was a hero. Detected that villain till I could put the collar on him.
And thus was born the dynamic duo, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Bones. That's me. Well, Fido and me went to the doggy shack to have a little snack. But there was the same old shoot 'em up the minute we got back. Oil Can Harry was trying to stuff Sweet Sue in a sack.
And then,
If you don't give me the deed to the ranch, I'll tie it to the railroad track.
And then he grabbed her.
and then,
He tied her up.
and then,
Up again.
And he threw her on the railroad track.
and then,
Train coming.
And the train started coming.
and then,
Oh, he's got me. It's coming. Save me. Woo, woo, woo. Woo.
And along came Winnie to the rescue. Superhero Winnie, dragging my dick through the fescue. Superpower Winnie, Wonder Dog Winnie. Along came Winnie and took a great big poop.
I wouldn't worry about that little curly tail of yours, Winnie. The tall tale you just told measures right up to Fido's watermark.
Carnation, you mutt.